The travel cost method assesses the amount individuals are willing to pay to visit a specific recreational area, considering various expenses such as park entrance fees, travel costs, accommodation, snacks, and souvenirs. Economists use this method to gauge people's valuation of the experience and assign a monetary value to parks that lack a specific price tag. The travel cost method is crucial for evaluating how fees impact visitor numbers and revenues, revealing the willingness of people to pay for access to a specific area based on their consumption behavior. Strengths of the travel cost method include its cost-effectiveness, realistic valuation based on observed behavior, generation of quantitative data for economic analysis, and effectiveness in valuing sites with a primary use value tied to physical visits. Weaknesses include challenges in measuring and relating recreational quality to environmental quality, difficulty in valuing intangible benefits, potential sample bias in survey data, neglect of non-use values, and the assumption of constant travel costs, which may not reflect real-world variations. Kelim Karst Geoforest Park, KKGP, in Langkawi, Malaysia. Data from 300 international tourists at KKGP was collected via surveys, focusing on demographics, travel costs, time spent, and satisfaction. The individual travel cost model analyzed individual visitors rather than zones or groups. Surprisingly, satisfaction had a negative coefficient, suggesting highly satisfied visitors may choose alternative attractions on future trips rather than revisiting KKGP. Positive coefficients for age and education indicate older or educated visitors make more trips. The survey and economic models emphasize the high recreational value of the Geoforest Park, supporting its protection over development. Pahang National Park. Primary data was gathered through questionnaires distributed to Pahang National Park visitors, complemented by secondary data from various sources. The study employed the individual travel cost method, ITCM, due to its suitability in incorporating socioeconomic factors, unlike the zone method. Pahang National Park engages in activities such as habitat and species conservation, forest management, enforcement, ecotourism, public awareness, and education. The park attracts high-income visitors, mostly from abroad, with a majority making their first visits. Poisson regression and negative binomial model were applied to determine consumer surplus, with the latter proving more significant for the national park. A travel cost analysis of the value of adventure tourism of Kampar. Face-to-face interviews with a structured questionnaire were used in this study, employing the individual travel cost method, ITCM. The dependent variable is individual visits per year, representing quantity, with independent variables including price, travel cost, demographics, income, and perception, satisfaction. Positive customer satisfaction with operators' service quality, signifying participants' contentment, is supported by a significant t-test at a 95% confidence level. The positive coefficient implies that increased satisfaction with service quality is likely to boost visitation and participation in adventure tourism activities. Gali Rudkin Forest Park in northern Iran. This paper uses the individual travel cost method to estimate the recreational value of Gali Rudkin Forest Park in northern Iran. In a 2016 survey with 271 park visitors, the average age was 35, family size was 2.4, and average income was 20,238 rials. Travel cost demonstrated a significant negative correlation with the number of visits, indicating a decrease in visits as travel costs increased. The study estimated that each visitor values their trip to Gali Rudkin Forest Park at around 21,500 rials more than the actual cost. Despite not directly paying for recreation, the results reveal high value placed on Gali Rudkin Park, with the travel cost method helping estimate this hidden value. Srenseng Jakarta Urban Forest. Primary data from Srenseng Urban Forest visitors was collected through questionnaires, supplemented by secondary data from various sources. The study utilized the individual travel cost method, ITCM, chosen for its ability to incorporate socioeconomic factors compared to the zone method. Srenseng Urban Forest boasts 65 species of large trees and serves as a habitat for diverse wildlife, with visitation strongly influenced by weather due to its open setting. Visitors predominantly consist of lower middle-class residents in proximity, as indicated by distance, travel time, and type of vehicle data. Poisson regression and negative binomial models were applied to TCM Srenseng Urban Forest, revealing significant determinant variables in both models such as occupation and gender in Poisson, and cost, occupation, gender, and satisfaction score in negative binomial. Sundarbans Reserved Forest, SRF, in Bangladesh. Sundarbans Reserved Forest, SRF, the world's largest mangrove forest, harbors endangered species like the Royal Bengal tiger but faces threats of poaching, habitat loss, and poor management. A survey of 300 SRF visitors in August 2015 gathered data on origin, income, travel costs, and willingness to pay an entry fee. Using a zonal travel cost model, the research estimated a total annual value of around 197 million TK for recreational demand. Challenges included gaining access, cooperation, and dealing with time and sample size constraints. Results showed 92% of visitors supported a 50 TK entry fee to generate revenue for improved management and conservation of the Sundarbans. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.